Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Melissa Leroy. I'm a certified holistic nutritional practitioner, and I currently work with Dr. Joseph Picone at Foothills Wellness Center. So this recipe that we have for you today is part of the January 2016 Week 2 menu that I prepare every single week. So this is exactly what I'm eating every single day. So this recipe is our coconut lime energy bites. Many of you may have seen this on Carolina Kitchen here in Western North Carolina. Our news station, 13 WLS, Dr. Joseph Picone and I are frequent guests on Carolina Kitchen. Usually you can find a different recipe with us every single Monday. In the meantime, though, if you want to follow us on social media, please do so to check out the weekly menu and additional recipes. On Fire Healing, which is my personal business page, and then also Foothills Wellness Center Facebook. And then also additional recipes can be found from the cooking classes that we've done on foothillswellnesscenter.com. So let's get started. So just as I said, this recipe is coconut lime energy balls, and these are perfect for that afternoon snack when you're kind of feeling just a little tired, kind of in that afternoon 2 o'clock slump, to pop one of these. One ball is actually only 93 calories, but packs a wonderful protein punch to get you throughout the day. So the first thing that it calls for is 3 limes. So the juice and the zest of 3 limes. However, what I like to do is I like to get limes on sale, and I'm going to freeze them. So this is a freezer Ziploc bag. I'm going to freeze them whole, and I have a wonderful attachment to my food processor that allows me to shred them while they're frozen. So I like to use up every piece of food, as you can imagine. So we're going to get started. So hold your ears for just a moment while I process this. We're going to do 2 of these, and then we'll get to the nitty-gritty ingredients for the recipe. So you can see exactly how fast that goes. It's pretty fast. This is a great food processor. If you don't have a food processor at your home, one of the things that I would recommend people get is a food processor. It's wonderful. Okay, so we have gotten that now shredded. You're going to have just a little bit of kind of the end of the lime at the top here, but that's perfectly fine. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set this aside for just a moment here. We're actually going to pop out the attachment, so you can kind of see the attachment here is just a grater. I use it to grate cheese and obviously frozen limes. So I'm going to pop this in the sink 1 second. As I like to call in the cooking classes, a quick wardrobe change. Now, we're going to take this out, and I'm just going to put this real briefly in a bowl. So I'm going to adjust the camera. Many of you have messaged me on Facebook and said, Melissa, we love seeing your smiling face. However, we want to see what you're doing. So let me make a quick camera adjustment. Okay, there we go. So now we can see the bowl. So we have grated this frozen lime. So you can kind of see it going in here, the consistency of it. All right. We're going to let that sit for just a minute. And since the recipe calls for everything to be put in the food processor, I just see a little piece of the end of the lime here, so I'm going to get that out real quickly here. I'm going to let this sit for just a few minutes and then let that defrost. I'm going to set it over here. Now we're going to put back, let me just do a little cleanup here. We're going to put the attachment back on the food processor. Okay. Handy dandy trash cans right below me here. Okay, I'm going to put this back on. Now, I'm going to slide this over where everybody can see. We're going to add to that 3/4 cups of almonds. So these are actually roasted almonds, no salt added. We're going to add that directly to the food processor. However, we're going to switch attachments because we want to grind all of this up. So I'm going to put this attachment in the food processor. I'm going to add our nuts. To that then goes a 1/4 cup of roasted cashews, again, no salt added. Many grocery stores you can find this now, which is wonderful. Then we're going to just finely chop these. So we're going to put the lid back on here, chop them. All right. To that, we're going to add Sorry about that. Throwing things around the kitchen this afternoon. We're going to add a scoop of the No Way protein powder, Golden Pea protein powder. So with the nuts, we're going to have even more protein. Okay. Now I'm sure you're curious, what is the binder here? What's going to make this stick together? It's going to be, of course, the lime and the dates. So this recipe calls for 1.5 cups of dates. So we're going to put back the lime back into the food processor. Spread it around here. And to that then we are going to add 1.5 cups of dates. You want to make sure that you get the pitted dates, or if you don't get the pitted dates, you can do what I did here and just go ahead and cut them down the middle and take that pit out. We're going to add those dates right in the food processor, and we're going to process this until the mixture starts to clump a little bit. Okay. I'm going to put the lid back on here. And here we go. Wonderful. Okay. So I know everybody at home is very curious about what the consistency is. So here's the consistency right here. So you can kind of see how all of the nuts, the lime, everything's kind of come together. So now what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to get my hands in there. So I'm going to take it, roll it off of the spoon, and you're just going to roll it in your hands. You're going to make just like a ball, just like if you were making meatballs. Now we're simply going to roll it in some unsweetened coconut. Now if there's anybody out there watching or viewing that you don't like coconut, get some Lily's sweetened with stevia chocolate bars, finely chop it and roll these in that. Or you can roll it in a little bit of cocoa powder, unsweetened organic cocoa powder. So you can see there a coconut lime energy ball. One ball is 93 calories, and that's going to get you through that 2 o'clock slump. Thank you so much for watching. Happy and healthy eating.